All right, we're letting them in now. Get to that, admit all. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for being on. We are going to get moving. We know that your most precious asset is your time, and we want to be respectful of that. So we are going to talk to you tonight about RIMAN. My name is Jen. I'm joined tonight by Brianna Michael, Dr. Stephanie Rimka, and Dr. Jennifer Lynn. You will hear from all of them. They are remarkable women. I love to say, you don't have to be a doctor to do this business. We just happen to have a lot of really smart doctors on this team. So we're so blessed and grateful to hear from them. And you don't have to know all the things. They know all the things, and they are going to share it with us and drop their wisdom. So without further ado, here's RIMAN. So RIMAN can help you in a couple of ways. We can help you to have the best hair and skin of your adult life. We can help you to make some extra money. We can help you to travel the world if that's something that you're interested in. And we can help you to work with a community of very enthusiastic, kind, positive, uplifting, and supportive people. And I don't know about you all, but sometimes when you get over the age of 40, it's like harder to make friends than it was back in the earlier days. So it's been a wonderful way for a lot of us to expand our social networks as well as make a little bit of extra cash. So we are going to start this off by sharing one of the videos that RIMAN made when they first came to North America. They made 3 amazing videos. They paid Samsung, the folks who create videos for Samsung and Toyota, to make these videos. You're going to see one tonight, but if you'd like to see the others, please reach out to the person who invited you and let them know that you want to see the brand video. And it says that my screen share is paused. Can you guys see my screen right now? You can. All right, let's see what happens. We're gonna play this. Just signal me if you can't see the screen. Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
It's kind of frozen. It's not working for me.
Let's skip the video. Can you see it now? So fun. All right, a little bit about RIMAN. We are a brand new company. We just got here to the United States, and we were established in South Korea in 2018. In a very short period of time, in one tiny country the size of Indiana, we did $3 billion in revenue. We are also rated as the #1 Korean skincare brand in the world. And this is important for a number of reasons. But one of the things that's happening here in the US especially is you'll go into a Sephora or an Ulta or one of those stores and they'll say, oh, we have Korean beauty here. They actually don't. It is an Americanized version, and it is not the actual Korean skincare that is used in Korea. This is the #1 brand in that country. And the reason that that is important is that South Korea is known for skincare. They are the #1 country. The top formulations all come out of South Korea. So our company has sold 40 million bottles of just one of our products in South Korea. The reason that that is important is that is a massive amount. And I think the population of South Korea is 50 million, and over half of the country is using our line, our product, not an Americanized version of Korean skincare. And this truly, truly works. You're going to see the before and after pictures. You're going to see how this transforms your face. So we just got here to North America back in December of 2024. So what you're getting with RIMAN is something that we call the first mover's advantage. So timing to direct sales is like location is to real estate. You are getting in at the very beginning before anyone else has heard of this company. Before we even got to the US, we were ranked number 22 on the Direct Selling News Top 100 list. That is a list of the 100 most profitable direct selling companies in the world. Top of that list are companies like Herbalife, Amway, Sensi, Avon, Tupperware, all the big names that you know, and RIMAN. So imagine being one of the first ones in one of those massive global companies. That's the opportunity that you have here today. All right, little quiz to keep everyone going. How many billions of dollars has RIMAN done since they started in 2018? This is for me, the ADD crew. We need that's right. We need little questions to keep us interested. So Lucy said 3 billion, Trina said 3. Yep, it's $3 billion in sales. Thanks everyone for answering that. And listen, we are giving away some prizes tonight. We like to reward the people who show up. So to get entered to win the prize, all you have to do is put in the chat your full name and the full name of the person who invited you. And we need the full name so we can kind of track and make sure, you know, that this is an actual person on the team. And it was so cute. On the last meeting, somebody said, I was invited by Dr. Lisa. I'm like, we have 3 Dr. Lisas on this team. Like, which one invited you? So we really do need that full name, please. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Stephanie Rimka. She is going to tell us a little bit about our product line and some of our ingredients. Stephanie, take it away.
Thanks, Jen. And I'm going to follow up with something Jen said about she suggested all these things that you can find at RIMAN. You can find incredible skincare results. You can find community, new friends, travel, free vacation, fun. But it is more than that because it all does center around our products. And our products are doing something to your skin and your scalp, you know, all over your body and even your gut health that you maybe didn't even realize was going to happen. When a woman feels beautiful, when she feels radiant, when she can look in a mirror and pause and go, wow, I mean, I look good. She walks into a room completely differently. You know, her whole energy changes. So the skin and the face and beauty mean more than what we've been sold they mean. And this company is really about helping you become safe and comfortable in your own
Hey,
skin.
Mariah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was like a praise, I guess. So it's more than that. So I want to make sure you understand that it's allowing, I feel like I've seen so many women, and I feel like one of our testimonials may speak about it because I've watched her even say it, soften into themselves, let themselves receive and feel beautiful and feminine and sexy. Maybe they have never even thought of themselves that way. And when it comes to men, I've seen men's confidence skyrocket. I know guys who started using this product and are 65 pounds lighter. I'm not saying it makes you lose weight. What I'm saying is it makes you feel strong and powerful and confident. And the act of loving and adoring yourself by taking on a ritual of slowing down and using our products, which are these products, the ICD, the skincare, the Bodo Lab, the hair and body care, or the Lifening, the supplements, all of them do the same thing. They bring down inflammation. They bring highly nutrient dense, mineral rich, energetically alive substrates, high frequency plants, high frequency water that we own patents on and nobody else has, to restore your fascia, make you move and soften, to bring hydration back, to bring collagen levels up, to restore elastin, to create more fluidity and flexibility in your fascia, in your lymph, and restore even mitochondrial health and repair your DNA telomeres. That sounds like a lot. It just makes you younger and feel young, like the glow of a baby. The Koreans call it chuk chuk, with a little fat and the glow, like, oh, yeah, chuk chuk, right? It's bringing that back. You know, when everybody looked at you when you were pregnant, like, you're like glowing. We all look at 55, 60 like we glow, like we're all pregnant now, but we get to stay skinny, which is fantastic. So the ICD is on the left. Think face, and the middle is, again, scalp. No, you can bring it back. It's okay. Scalp and body. I'm going to do my hands right now. And then again, supplements. So we have all three. You don't have to use all three. Let's go to the next one. These are like these hero ingredients I want to talk about. The Jeju lava energy water is right in the middle. I'm going to start there because everything starts there to me, because it's what made the Byung pool so special. He took a plant and grew it inside this Jeju lava energy water. Seems like a really funny name. I thought it was strange until I went to Korea and I drank the water and I bathed in the water and I went to the factory and my mind was so blown. And I said to the chemist there, I go, it's the water. It's the water. Why don't we talk about the water? It's like, yeah, I don't know if the Americans can handle what this water is yet. We've always known people have done pilgrimages to sacred, holy, medicinal water. And there's been stories for thousands of years that go to these places and they heal, and people will do anything to get the water for someone that's sick. Well, this is underneath a dormant volcano, Halasan in Korea. So nobody can go there. But it was discovered deep down, if we pull and extract this water that's absorbed all of these minerals that you cannot find. It's like shilajit, fulvic and humic minerals on steroids. Nothing is doing what this stuff is doing. Well, we get to drink it inside the collagen. We get to spray it in the booster. We get to rub it in the cream. We get to put it all over everything. And so why does it knock down cellulite, stretch marks, acne, rosacea, eczema, everything? Because they're all bringing hydration through the minerals back. They're all getting, every single thing we do here is get rid of the hyperpigmentation, get rid of inflammation. And when you get rid of that, inflammation means irritation. How can you be your best self when your skin is irritated? You can't. So your face also is your connection to everybody in the world. And if you feel ashamed of your face feels irritated, that's the message you give off even when you connect with people. So I feel like our community is also so amazing because everybody's not irritated because no one's inflamed. So the giant Byung pool, I'll just say this. It's normally, Byung pool is the size of about a quarter. He grew it in the water and now it became the size of a palm. So size matters. Bigger is better. One of our guests is from Texas. It's just how it is. Bigger's better. That's how we do it here. The plant being bigger means it's stronger and better. By him making it using science and this very expensive technology to make it these little nanoliposomes, tiny little oil pockets, basically. He drives all of the ingredients deep into the 7 layers of the skin. And the name is in cell derm. It means it goes inside the cells of the dermis. It drives everything in and heals your cells from the inside out. Extraordinary product line with many hero ingredients. These are just 2, and there's so many more. Go ahead, Jen. Oh, did I say it? So let me just say this. The Jeju lava water plant is run by the Korean government, and there's only 6 corporations that are allowed to go in there and use that water. One uses it for pharmaceuticals, one uses it for food. He's the only person in the entire world that can use it in cosmetics and beauty. So the owner of this is the only scientist with a government contract to access Jeju lava energy water. In which category? Cosmetics, groceries, pharmaceuticals, or apparel? See, you can
Apparel?
forget how to do things and still do this business, you guys.
Yes, cosmetics. You got it, Lucy. You got it, Trina. Thanks, Dr. Rivka. All right, give us a little more. Tell us about the
Okay, a little bit on this. So incel derm, I love this. He's focused on shining, helping you shine the light on who you already are. Luminous means to glow from within. They are very particular in the words they use. Luminous, light, energy. What does that mean? That Jeju lava water with this Byung Pool extract brings, and the hyaluronic acid brings so much hydration in. What is glow? What is luminescence? It is the reflection of the light around you bouncing off the water. That's why little babies, everyone looks at them and they look like they look like angels, don't they? They look like literal light is shining off of them. It's because of how moist they are inside. This is bringing you that moisture. That's why you look like you're glowing all the time, because it's letting you be who you really are. So there are two main lines. The signature line is where most people start. Talk to the skincare consultant who brought you here. And then the Radiance in 100 is typically the second line, or for 50 and up, more, it has more oil base. So if you're really ashy, you're really kind of crackly, we'll probably get there. I am 52. I exclusively use the signature line in the clear bottles. Some people combine them. Some people, so I just want you to know there's two different lines. We keep it real simple. Your 13-year-old daughter can use the signature line, and so can you at 50, and so can your mother at 80. My mother uses the signature line, actually. So I'm going to actually switch this. Oh, well, her picture is probably coming up, but I feel like it's ridiculous for me to talk about this. Right here, 5 days is Brianna Michaels. So I feel like she should take over right now, because that is her face and she's right here.
Yeah, that's my forehead on the left. And I've taken the choice to not get Botox. And so let me say how incredibly thankful I am that these products entered my life, because, I'm in my 40s now, and you're kind of like, well, oh crap, what am I going to do if I can't get Botox? I'm going to use Korean skincare. That's what I'm going to use. And I was not expecting to see results so quickly. And then, of course, my husband just uses whatever is out on the counter, and he's putting these products on his skin, and this is him in the middle. And I honestly don't know if I'm more impressed with his pores or his sunspots in this picture. And then, of course, my friend Dina started trying it, and you can see it just took some of the redness, the rosacea out of her skin. And I don't know, whatever their pictures we have on here. Oh, yeah, there's my eye too. So you can see what it did for those crepey lines under the eye. This is our friend Tim in the middle, who swore he would never do skincare because he's like, I'm a guy and I don't want to do skincare. But then he was laying in bed late one night, and he was like, I'm not going to do the business, but I'm definitely going to be buying these products. And then he said it was like a light bulb moment that went off. And he's like, well, hold on. If I'm saying that, how many other people are saying the exact same thing? This is Paige on the right. You can see this is more of a progression photo. This is after 5 months. So fast forward, or I guess rewind to my story. I have a friend of mine who's like an industry insider, and she called me and she said, "Oh, just kidding."
You go.
I cut Jennifer Lynn out.
Yeah, we'll go next. We'll have Dr. Lynn put up.
Sorry, Doc. Okay. Well, so rewind, my friend called me and she said, Bree, there's a company that did $2.5 billion in one country and just came to North America. And, that did pique my interest, because the dream is to get in with a startup, but 95% of startups fail. They are very risky if you're ever looking at them. And the fact that they had already done $2.5 billion, it takes a lot of the risk out of it, because there's very few problems that they aren't able to fix, right? With a couple $1 billion. So I ended up trying the product, and I don't know if you've seen the product, but it arrives like this. And let me tell you, I know, I know Dr. Rimka has a garage full of product that people send her all the time. I know people have sent me product, and this really set the stage for what was about to happen. This looks like something that's sold at a high-end med spa or an expensive department store. And so when I saw it, I was impressed. And then when I tried it, I was blown away. I'm a product junkie. I've tried everything out there. And honestly, I can say this makes every other product I've ever used feel like drugstore quality. And now I see why Korea has that reputation of, being the skincare capital of the world. And what's so crazy to me is, in the hardest market in the world to go number one in, they became the #1 search for skincare in Korea. And just on this cream alone, 40 million jars have been sold. And so when you're going to feel a difference right away, you're going to see a difference in 5 days. And, of course I said, look, I don't know what I'm going to do about the business, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to be a customer for life. This is what everybody says. Like, I don't know about the affiliate part, but I'm going to be a customer for life. Well, how many other people are saying the same thing? Because the search for Korean skincare is up over 350% in North America alone. And so when I started researching this company, Jen said it. Timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. You can make a lot of money if you partner with the right timing and the right trends. And if people are on Google searching for this product and it's trending on TikTok, it's trending on social media, you can make a lot of money with timing. And the industry, I think it's at 13 billion right now. It's going to more than double to over $30 billion. And so the timing was right for me. It had the innovation. There's 12 different patents on the skincare. They have exclusivity on this for the next 18 years. No one can duplicate this. And I used to say that something like this comes along once every 15 years. And then we went out to Korea, like Dr. Rimko was talking about, and I really saw the scale of how big this is and how when we went to see the smart farm, it was several blocks of labs and manufacturing facilities. And this really is bigger than network marketing. And I wanted to know, why did they choose to go into network marketing was the question that I had. And what I found out is it's because in Korea, they view network marketing very differently. It's very regarded, it's very respected, and they view it as a profession. So the chairman, who's the product formulator, also the owner, he specifically chose this industry. And he has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants this to become the #1 K-beauty brand in the world. And I'm telling you right now, he is not competing with other MLM companies. His competitors are brands like Chanel and Dior and La Mer. And we got lucky. And so I used to say something like this comes along once every 15 years. And I'm telling you now, something like this doesn't happen in this industry. I don't believe it ever will happen again. I feel so fortunate and humbled to be at the right place at the right time. So I ended up walking away from a previous brand where I had spent 8 years building that, had built internationally, walked away from that to partner with this company, even though they're not in Europe yet. So I walked away from a large European team, but I didn't want to miss this. So that's a little bit about what piqued my interest. And thank you so much for letting me share. Jen, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you so much, Brianna. That was just so inspiring to hear. And again, it always floors me that you walked away from a massive European team, but you saw the vision. You've been in the industry long enough to know that something like this just does not come along, and how lucky we are to be here. You said it perfectly. Thank you so much for sharing. And I want to have Dr. Jennifer Lynn share. So the interesting thing about Dr. Lynn is she is a family physician in Tucson, Arizona. She has the most beautiful, I was lucky enough to go to her office. This is not letting me go back. Okay,
Sometimes you have to escape out to do it.
Oh, all right. Let's see if we can, I'll work on that while I keep talking. Oh, and now I'm writing all over the thing. What a mess. All right. Anyway, Dr. Lynn has this gorgeous office in Tucson. And here's the thing. I look at Dr. Lynn. She is this amazing woman who really has her life absolutely together, gorgeous office, beautiful family. And I would think to myself, wow, this is a doctor. She's not going to want to do this business. I'm not even going to ask her. Well, I'm so grateful that I did ask her, because here she is, and she's building this massive team in Arizona, soon to be in the Philippines and Mexico. And she is absolutely killing it. So Dr. Lynn, I'm going to work on getting your slide up while I turn it over to you. And please let us know a little bit about your RIMAN story. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. When Jen reached out to me to talk about my testimony, I really wanted to just talk more about the business side and as a busy professional, how you can also partner with RIMAN and still have your day job, but utilize this for your surplus. And maybe even, I think that we are really, like Brianna said, we're at the right place at the right time with the right product. And I'm really hoping that this will end up being what allows uh, me to retire many, many years before I'm supposed to. And I've been, I love looking at money. I love investing. I love everything, finances. We've invested our money in 529s and life insurance policies, and of course, our retirement funds and rentals, and so many things in the market. And so when I view Remon, I view it just as another thing that we're investing in. But instead of, just hoping that the stock market is going to do well, this it's tangible. You have your own direction. You make your own way in this company. You're your own boss. You can see your money growing, and that's what I love so much about it. Just kind of going back several years, back in 2019, after being in medicine since 1999, I've been practicing a really long time. I was just so burnt out. And I'd had my own business uh, years and years ago, but it was so difficult to run my own business. And my kids were babies, toddlers at that time. And so I ended up working for a hospital system, and I hated being an employee. And so I ended up leaving that job to go do something else, a large physician-owned organization. But with that, your overhead is still really, really high. You're responsible for paying for it. And the way it works in medicine, just like any other business, is that if you're not working, you don't make money. And, back in 2019, I was just so, so tired. I was tired of anytime I left for vacation, I would just feel so guilty because I wasn't making any money. But I knew I was kind of killing myself. So I made the personal decision in 2019 to just step back, shrink down my practice. I actually cut it in a quarter of the amount of patients that I had. And you know what happened to my salary? It also went down by that amount. And at the time, I thought, you know what, this is great. I have more work-life balance, but really, um, I saw, what was coming in every month in terms of my salary, but I still had a mortgage to pay. I still had employees at the office to pay. And so that's when I got into direct sales. And I won't go through, my experience with those other companies, but let me just say it gave me enough experience to realize a good company and a not so good company, and the things that what are important. You need to have a really good pay plan. You need to have a product that people want, that you can actually see working. You need duplication in this type of business if you want to be successful. So when Jen reached out to me almost a year ago to talk about the business, it checked all the boxes. Great products, great pay plan, a viral thing that everyone wanted, K-beauty. I mean, skincare, something that people are going to order every single month. And, it's just been life-changing because now when I go on vacation, we just had national conference recently, and I also took the time afterwards to take my daughter looking at colleges. I wasn't as worried about, geez, I'm not seeing patients, the money's not coming in, because I knew that my Remon business, it was still going. I could still work my business and not have to see patients. So I love not having to trade my time for money. I love the fact that I can have many Dr. Lynn's. This is something where it's duplicatable, where I don't have to just rely on myself. I have my team. I have money coming in. And so if you're someone out there, if you own a business, if you've been raised in a family where, um, you've seen your parents in a business. A lot of people that I know, their parents own restaurants, and they never went on vacation. They never closed the restaurant down because that was their bread and butter. So this is definitely a way where you can be your own boss. You don't have to trade your time for money. And again, I truly believe that this is something, if you want to work this business, it is going to allow you to retire early, to open up the doors of possibilities of what you can do with your life, whether it's traveling or moving, or in my case, allowing my kids to explore other options, not just the state school, but California schools, grad school, and not be in debt. So it's definitely an opportunity worth looking into.
Thank you for sharing that. And I love, I know I saw you at convention and you said, yeah, now we're headed to California. I'm like, California, you're taking more time off and you can. And OPS, you are still making money while you were in California because of your Remon business. And when you told your story just now, it reminded me of a quote from Warren Buffett. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that is the opportunity that we have here. It's called residual income. Look it up. People, once they learn what residual income is, they will run through brick walls to get it. Dr. Lynn, thank you so much for sharing that story. We appreciate you, and we appreciate that you are not always trading your time for money these days. It's very, very exciting. All right, I'm going to turn it back now to Stephanie Rimka to go over some of our products with us.
Thanks, Jen, and thank you, Brianna and Dr. Lynn. I will wholeheartedly, please don't underestimate the impact this has. Everybody wants to magically think you're a doctor, you must be wealthy, right? Like, oh, sure, yeah, we're just rolling in the Bentleys and the country clubs, seeing patients and charting till 3 in the morning. I'm just going to let you know it's maybe not what you think it is, and we think about the same thing, and we mostly don't have an exit strategy. Your bookkeeper, your CPA, your accountant might not have an exit strategy either. I don't know when I'm ever going to stop having to be able to do this. And it is shocking to me how many doctors who own their own businesses don't ever get vacation. And network marketing has been the thing that's allowed my life to change, and many, many thousands of doctors I've taught how to make money. And when you have an incredible product that works and is safe and non-toxic, it's pretty easy. And again, beauty is an industry. I've done health and wellness a long time. Beauty is, I would say, 100 times easier. It's just, Dr. Lynn, you can raise your hand if you agree with me, but me trying to sell somebody a brain supplement or selling them something to be pretty, hands down, this is an easier conversation. There's not much to it. Everybody wants it. Brianna even said, people debate Botox. They're willing to inject a toxin in their face to be pretty. You know what I mean? If you can give me, come on, right? So we do a lot. So the Korean ad down there, now you can't really understand any of that, but they're just kind of highlighting some of the research they've done. They've done their own studies. And in America, you're not technically allowed to quote, the FDA doesn't allow us to quote studies from other countries and say they're valid. I'm not sure why. It's kind of dumb to me, but because hair is hair. But it does regrow, at least in Korean heads, at tremendous numbers, and they're able to talk about that. And here's what happens. Why? Because inside the shampoo, we have and our body creams, we have some unique other plants. Desert Acola is a very special plant, actually out of the desert of California, that actually creates healing the skin cells of the scalp and allowing hair to be restored. So this is a one wash sample of psoriasis. Again, that's inflammation, that's irritation, that redness, flaking, plus that brings frustration and shame and hiding and not really being who she wants to be to this young woman. That is one shampoo. We're looking at a 90%. I don't know if it's 100% in one, but it's darn close to me. Here's a woman on the right side. That's 6 weeks of using the body cream and maybe the body wash. Both the body wash and the body cream have ingredients ingredients that hyaluronic acid and collagen matrix that help not only restore and putting collagen into the system, but stimulate your body's own synthesis, plus holding on and attracting to tremendous molecules of water, bringing hydration and sloughing off the old dead cells. That's repair. It isn't fake. It isn't covering. This is really turning back the hands of time because you're repairing your cells inside. You can see at the bottom all the different versions of the hair growth on men and women. The one on the right, over 2 months there, you can see it, but it's very dramatic with the black hair that you can see how much is restored.
All right, let's talk about some money here. So very briefly and very quickly, the compensation plan is different. Just like our products are different, our compensation plan is different. And we do things that no other direct sales company does. One of which is when you achieve a rank at this company, you hold that rank and that paycheck for life. So you come in and people get right to work going for this manager rank. Once they hit manager, they hold it forever and they're making the 20 to 30% compensation on their sales. When they hit senior manager, they're making 30 to 40%. We have hundreds and hundreds of managers and senior managers on this team, and they will never drop down to make less money. When you hit the team leader position, you also hold that rank for life. There is a little bit of a volume requirement, but when you are at team leader, you're already very handily doing that volume every month. So it's not a very big challenge to stay there. The other thing that is very unique, there are no auto ships required for the distributors. So you pay $20 to become what we call a planner, and then you don't have to pay anything else. You're going to want to use the products, so you're going to want to buy them and get your discount on the products. However, you don't have to be on a monthly auto ship. You don't have to buy a certain amount of volume every 6 months or every year. And the average customer orders 7 to 8 times a year. Once they use the skincare and they say see how amazing it is, they come back, they will tell me about the hair care, tell me about the body care. What else can you do for me? What other results can I get? People get really hungry for the results and they keep going through all of our products. It's pretty cool to watch. No subscriptions or fees. You don't pay a back office fee. There's no monthly subscriptions. They're going to ask you in a year if you want to pay the $20 again. My guess is you're going to say yes. When you become the affiliate, you decide which starter pack to get. There are 3 starter packs. We tell you to pick the one that fits your budget the best. However, I encourage you to stretch yourself as best you can, because whatever you get, that becomes your joining story. So when you are enrolling people into RIMAN, they're going to ask you, what starter kit did you get? And you want to make it a really good story. We encourage you to get the highest level kit that you can. And it gives you all the products you need to start your business, to share with others. And when you buy the largest starter kit option, now pay attention right now, because this is a very unique and special offer that we are making just for the people on this call. Okay. When you join us and buy the biggest kit, and you can only get these kits with the discount in your first 30 days. Okay. You get the biggest kit. Dr. Stephanie Rimka and I, we are both 7-figure earners in this industry. Now, I came into this industry just wanting to make my grocery bill, because I was at the stage in life, and I don't know if any of you can relate to this, where I would have my little kids in the cart and I was trying to figure out if I had enough money in my account to cover the groceries. And I used to have to, because I'm not good at math, I would pull things off the belt. And of course, what do you pull off the belt, right? You don't pull the meat and the vegetables and the fruit. I was pulling like the fun snacks off the belt, and then the kids were all screaming and crying. So it was pretty awful. And when I started in this industry, I just wanted to be able to afford organic groceries. Okay. We have each built a large organization and made really good money. We will teach you how to get your business set up, how to strategize, how to get started, and help you really launch out your business for your best success. So consider the biggest kit. All right. question, head over to the chat and let us know how much does it cost to become an affiliate with RIMAN? And we are going to keep going. Yes, exactly, $20. And I saw that I saw someone say subscription is, oh, Joanne, subscription's a must so you don't run out. Yes, you can absolutely use a subscription. We have them, but you're not required to do it. All right, let's talk a little bit about where RIMAN is headed. So we have some amazing makeup coming out April 16th. This is a 4D cushion technology. It is very unusual. It makes your makeup look as if it has been airbrushed on by a professional. So there is a similar formula, not the same because our formulas are very unique. Our formulas are skincare, always skincare. And oh yes, by the way, it's cosmetics, okay? So La Mer has a similar formula. It's not skincare, it's makeup. And they charge $150 for it. So ours are going to be $55 and a better formulation. So stay tuned for April 16th. We're also coming out with color cosmetics. I'm wearing the dusky mauve tonight. Again, this is skincare for your lips. It's going to fill in your lip lines. It's going to help with plumping and hydrating and skin repair because that is what we do. Stephanie, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk a little bit about the Village.
Click on mute. Okay. I'm back. Yes. So the Village is part of another thing that makes this company very unique. What we want you to understand is the vision is big. It's ginormous. It's as big as our giant Byung pool. Again, size matters here. We jump into a volcano and get special volcanic water. We made our own plant. It's bigger and better than everybody else's. And in fact, he built an entire resort for distributors. So only people who sell his products are allowed to even come here. And it's incredible. I was there in October. There's a spa. You see it at the bottom. You bathe in the Jeju lava water and the giant Byung pool. It's a whole beautiful spa ritual experience. Like it's like taking what you do at home with your face and just jacking it up on peptides. Okay. So I'm going to stop saying on steroids. The concept of that is he gives back to the field. For him, what he said there is the most important part of his company that he thinks of any network marketing company is the people, not the products. The products were second for him. And you see the type of energy he puts into the products. He built an entire smart farm. So that RIMAN farm is where all the giant Byung pool in the world is grown, and he controls everything about it. Temperature perfectly controlled, very high tech. The solar power is station that runs it. So it's a smart farm, giving back to the environment, not taking from it. The giant Byung pool lab, it's where the chemists are and the research goes on and market testing and stuff. The Jeju Lava Water Center, that is owned by the Korean government. So he made everything be close to there. So he is in relationship. So, and then their whole corporate offices where it's incredible. This is, it definitely looks like a $3 billion business, and he has no debt on top of it. This is why he's able to give back to the field and have, because he owns every part of the process. That's why we can have a $55 cushion instead of charging $150, because he's not outsourcing to everybody all over the place, losing money into all these middlemen. It's a very big vision. There's an incredibly high demand on Korean skincare, K-beauty. We said that. I think Google searches up 350%. TikTok searches are in a deficit of 271%. Demand is high. The market share is actually low. You'll be one of the few people bringing the #1 beauty, K-beauty brand to the entire world, and you have him and that vision backing you. It's an absolute win-win-win situation. So we hope you join us, and Jen will go over how you can do that.
Yep. Reach out to the person who invited you here tonight. Let them know that you want to be a part of this. Lock arms with us and let's get going. We are doubling. This team is the fastest growing team in the entire company. We are growing double month over month over month. We are about to completely explode. You were here first for a reason. So let's go. Join us today and we will get you started. And listen, no matter what you decide to do, we love you. We need our great customers as well. So please consider being one of those. But honestly, for $20, you don't have much to lose. Why not give it a try? People are going to see it on your face. They're going to ask you what you're doing. Let's go. Thank you everyone for being on. Have a wonderful night. Thanks, Dr. Rimka, Dr. Lynn, Brianna, and we will see you all real soon. Bye.